All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to another Sunday scan. So we are back. Today is January 17th, so it's really a Monday scan this week, guys. So as much as I love saying that, I don't get to do it very often. But Monday scan instead of Sunday scan this week. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic holiday weekend. I know it's super weird starting the trading day, at least on a Tuesday this week, but a fantastic weekend to really catch up on some sleep, catch up on some rest mental-wise, and coming in this week really prepared to take everything on. We've definitely had a market that is, absolutely testing your ability to come in without bias every single day. And I know that's a really big thing, especially guys, if you guys are newer, but last week, definitely a lot of kind of flippy flop in terms of the action and range we were seeing, not just to the upside, but to the downside as well, guys. One thing I want to talk about first off is just overall market, guys. Quick update actually on BBIG. I did swing it over the weekend, and ideally thinking we can get 5+ here. Hopefully we get a nice move in pre-market tomorrow. If not, I'll just kind of let it work versus four even. I'd really like it to hold that 4 level that it's been kind of maintaining, and continue to base there. Obviously a lot of volume, definitely chasing some here. That's why I went with shares instead of calls, just to kind of protect some downside and manage risk. But BBIG looks pretty good. Nice to see some small mid caps getting momentum again. That always creates opportunities throughout the entire space itself. So definitely nice to see some momentum coming back in the market. Obviously, you can see here on the daily on BBIG, 3 really nice green candles to the upside. Again, 430 is the key level. We get over 430. I'm really thinking we see 5+ here, at the very least. Could definitely think we could see 6. Obviously, we have some serious resistance at this 430 level, but pretty strong daily candle there. Again, over 430s, really thinking 6+, ideally, right? Definitely going to target that 5 psychological level, is going to be key. And then, really, guys, the big one is going to be, can we break through that 5 psych level? Each time we've broken through that 5 psych, I definitely think we could see it, that $6-7 move, right? A lot of liquidity here, a lot of options being purchased, which can kind of create that gamma squeeze effect that we talk about. QQQ, definitely a nice one this past week on a few names, on a few trades. Obviously not everything went the way I wanted it to here, but one thing I do want to mention is we did close up below that 20 MA. Obviously that's been kind of a level that we've been holding, on the way back from the COVID crash, right? Looking at the daily here, guys, the 200-day moving average is going to be the point of, that is going to dictate where we see direction here on QQQ. If we break the 200-day, which I believe on the NASDAQ is at 14,425, don't quote me, it could be wrong, but QQQ, obviously that level was right in that 373.23 area on Friday. We have definitely seen some really strong buying pressure come in between that 369 and 373 level. I will be watching for a move down below 373. That would be Friday's low of 373.23. If we see a move below that, we can definitely see a great downside trade under that 200-day moving average. I really think we had a couple 5-minute candles close below the 200-day last week on Friday. I thought that was a great short opportunity. I kind of took a loss on half that position on the small account challenge. But really it might be that we need a daily close below the 200-day and then look for a move up to the 200-day to see if we retake it. If we don't, that's when I really think we see that major downside move that could trigger a move down to at least 350. If we look at the daily, guys, 350 would be a logical target. Under that, you could see 340. You have to remember, guys, QQQ is up in an insane amount. This is what worries me about the overall market, guys, is, again, not trying to have too much bias here, but, this is up an insane amount from the COVID crash, just an absolutely insane, Fed kind of propped market. And maybe, I'm not like saying we aren't going to continue higher in some sense, but, really, guys, I would not be surprised to see a bit larger of a correction come into play here. But in the meantime, short-term focus, I'm not going to, think like that. But it's in the back of my head, right? It's there. And you have to remember that the market has been kind of, favoring the downside of these moves lately. So, again, if we broke 350, guys, I think that we would probably make a move, down to this 300 level, right? I think that we would see a lot of really strong support there. And I think that would be a really pretty positive reset. That would be about a 20% correction from all-time highs at least, which would be, in my opinion, healthy. Would be a really nice buying opportunity, in my opinion, in the broader term. But in terms of the daily, shorter term, right? If we break 369 to the downside, guys, I really do think, we hold below that 200-day. We could see a move down to 351, and if that comes, it'll be a fantastic opportunity, right? Upside-wise, definitely really looking at that 381.77 and 383 as kind of those, really key long side triggers. 383.43 obviously going to be a major level, but 381 has kind of been a pretty, big area of support that each time we've broken 381 to the downside, we have seen a move down. So tomorrow, what am I going to be looking for? Really going to be looking for a move to 381.77. If we reject 381.77, that's going to be my short side, signal. If we break 381.77 to the upside, definitely thinking we could see a move to 383.43. If not, and then if we break that level right at 381.77 and can break 343.43, then I think we can see a move to 390 plus, right? So that would be, a really nice move to trade to the long side. Stocks that I'm going to be watching this week as far as, individual names. Lucid is going to be a big one. Obviously, the share unlock is on the 19th. That's a big catalyst, guys. Everybody's thinking, the Saudi, wealth fund or whatever it's called, is just going to release, have their, $500 million shares unlocked. And a lot of people think they're going to be, taking profits. Personally, I don't see that. They want Lucid to be, the EV car company of, their entire country. I don't think they're going to be selling shares, in the 40s when they, probably are thinking that this is probably worth a 10x of the evaluation it's currently at. This country knows how to, obviously, Saudi Aramco is like the 7th largest market cap in the entire world among, tradable assets. So definitely think that, we will see a bullish move if Saudi, that lockup is kind of overblown, right? Everybody thinks that it's going to be a bearish move because last time Lucid unlocked shares, did see a 15% correction. I don't think we're going to see that this time. But that's just, I'm not going to come in with bias, right? What I'm saying is there's probably going to be a downside move to take advantage of tomorrow, possibly down to 39.70. If we can see a move over 43.28, you can call that level 43.41, probably looking at those $45 calls, guys. So that's going to be my main focus on Lucid. BYND has been another nice trader lately. Really going to be looking for a move over 66.74. This has been a fantastic. It's building support here. If you come out and look at the hourly, guys, I'm on the 30-minute right now on BYND. This is going to be the hourly chart on BYND, guys. Obviously has been, kind of, in this range, right? And when we see this, it usually creates some really smooth opportunities for base hits kind of trades, right? Just really creating nice liquidity. Don't need 200% bangers, right? Like 30% here, 30% there can be a big, really nice thing in this market. So really looking for that 66.74 break to the long side for a move to 69 plus. Would definitely consider the $70 calls over 66.74 as long as the overall market is holding up. This has been catching a pretty nice bid here lately, so I'm definitely inclined to trade it long side even if the market isn't in fantastic conditions, but would definitely like QQQ to hold the 200-day. As far as to the downside, guys, really under 63.68, there's going to be a great move here. This is going to be one that I'm definitely watching for the small account challenges. This is going to provide a really fantastic opportunity on a downside break. So Lucid, BYND, and then, there are a couple other names that I really do want to focus on. But as far as the ones that I want to cover on Scan, obviously we did talk about BBIG already. The next two that I want to focus on, obviously, is going to be Nflx. We have earnings coming up here, I believe Wednesday. I just double checked. They did have the news come out about their raising the price of the monthly subscription by like 25%. This can definitely have an impact on their market cap, guys. I don't think a lot of people are going to be canceling because of like a $3 or $4 increase. Maybe, but they've been putting out some really good content lately. It's probably about time for a price hike. If the overall market is strong here, guys, I definitely think there's a really nice opportunity over this 550 level for 547.96 to be exact. I definitely think we could see a move to 567. If not, maybe we see a move, probably into that 600 level, right? And I think that's logical to think we see that type of move prior to earnings. Honestly, I think they're going to have a great earnings because of Squid Game and all this stuff. Honestly, I don't know if it's going to be like, blowout quarter, but I think it's going to be solid. I think it's going to be a lot better than a lot of people think. This has already had a nice pullback from all-time highs, right? Not the best looking chart in the world. Definitely have a pretty, solid head and shoulders pattern here, but coming into a nice area, where we have some strong demand at these prices. And, I really think that this is a logical spot that we bounce, right? So going to be looking for a move over 547. Really that key level, guys, is 558.39 to the upside for a move, kind of fill this gap. If you look at the daily chart, we do have a little bit of a gap to fill to the upside over 567. So definitely going to be a top watch for me here on Nflx. And I really think there's going to be some nice opportunities within the tech names this week. As far as boomer names to be watching, Bank of America has earnings coming up on Wednesday, I believe, or Tuesday as well. And this one is on watch for me for a gap fill to the downside. I think that this is, JPM kind of missed big, got flushed super hard after earnings. Yields have been down, but they did rebound on Friday. Didn't really see that exact action kind of come in from Bank of America here, but definitely thinking about playing some puts into earnings. But we'll kind of reevaluate from there. But definitely a name to keep on watch. I don't trade it too much, so not near the top of my focus list. Spot, another one. Spotify earnings in like a week and a half, 2 weeks. And I'm going to be watching this one pretty close, guys. This is one of the first names that I want to put on the Sunday leaps. I'm looking at a possible dip buy in this area at 200. I kind of want to wait to see if QQQ is going to regain the 200. If we can hold the 200 on QQQ, definitely thinking there's an opportunity here to the upside. I played spot last time earnings came up, so I'm going to be watching this one close for a possible March or June calls to play into earnings. So going to be watching this one close. That's it for the scan this week. Super simple and straight to the point. Not going to make it too complicated. I do apologize for coming out a bit late. I filmed episode 5 of the Small Account Challenge series. Also recorded a podcast tonight as well. So it's been a crazy crazy Monday, excuse me. And I really wanted to make sure that I put together the best watch list for you guys. So West Coast folks, I know you're not going to be too mad. It's like 7 o'clock there, but East Coast folks, I apologize. You can watch it in the morning if you want before the pre-market live. So love you guys. Can't wait to take on this week with you guys. Short week, 4 days. Let's absolutely kill it. Peace out, guys. Be well.